There's something going on at Siler City Elementary.
What kind of animal is he?
That you can't just see to believe.
A mouse. He's a mouse.
You have to hear
A la decena
to believe.
posterior.
A decade ago, this school was 85% Hispanic.
Luego, ¿qué hacemos, José Daniel?
The other families were fleeing, and the Spanish-speaking kids were floundering in the English-only curriculum.
Ants. What do you hear at the end of the word? Yes.
Principal Angie Brady Andrew
Been here the last 7 years as the principal.
knew she had to do something.
Great job. The model that we were using for working with our English language learners was one of the least effective models.
Okay, chicos, vamos a cambiar. Se van a
They did
hacer
some digging and discovered that instead of English only, a dual language program where all the kids spent half their day being instructed in Spanish and the other half in English
2, 3.
produced incredible results.
And Nicholas is 5.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think this is the trend,
But to this point,
or it should be.
the dual language option is still voluntary.
The very first year we started this program, it was a giant leap of faith for 10 native English-speaking families who signed up for our program because there were then and there still are people in our community who say, what? You're teaching children Spanish? This is America. You're supposed to be teaching children English.
But it turns out teaching in two languages sharpens all the
a
minds.
mis amigos.
We're seeing larger number of children being identified for our academically and intellectually gifted program.
Because their brains are working and like constantly trying to learn the two languages.
Rosemary McCloskey's kids
They think this is the norm. I think they only found out later that there was an option not to learn another language, but for them that was just that's how you go to school.
although it's not a magnet school, they're finding the dual language program is quite an attraction, including bringing many of the families who'd fled back.
We have some that are from out of Chatham County who are paying tuition to Chatham County schools for their children to attend.
Even with that tremendous transition, this school had a problem. A lot of these kids are not from academically oriented families, so during the summer when they're not here, they would regress. And that's when the folks at Siler City Elementary decided it was time to start taking this school to them. Through a series of donors, they've collected books,
I don't even really know how many books we have.
more than 5,000, that they ferry around in a van that has kids running to it
Okay, guys, come on up.
as if it were the ice cream truck.
If you finished kindergarten and first grade, probably in here.
During the school year, they make comparable gains. It's when they're not in school and education stops for an economically disadvantaged child. So when their education stops in June, it literally stops.
Not as long as the bookmobile is running.
Because for some children, this is probably the quickest, easiest way they'll get books for reading, is for us to travel to them.
What are you here for?
Love to see their happy faces. They're pretty excited.
Most of these kids that the bookmobile serves are Hispanic.
Summer program, all books in English.
But that not only keeps their achievement gap smaller,
Número 6.
when school starts again,
Número 6 en inglés.
they find the Spanish-speaking kids no longer hide academically.
Write down some feelings that the character has.
Instead, they feel the dual language system is an invitation to join in the process
Distribution
and occasionally help.
means like description.
What's that?
Description.
I think they can embrace their native language, and they can feel empowered to sort of say, I have something to give and to share and to teach.
That's more than just educational doublespeak
Go ahead and start.
from a school that may have just hit on the next big
A better
thing.
thing to do.
I'd say it's the best kept secret in Chatham County.
Bob Buckley,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm the only one saying that anymore, but
Fox 8 News.